California Congressman Kevin Kiley joins us now. Congressman, now you went to Harvard. We're not going to hold that against you, but you got a unique perspective here. Tell us what your take is on this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel a double responsibility, both as a member of Congress and an alum, to do everything I can to fix the insanity that has plagued that campus. And, you know, it's especially rich to see the likes of President Obama and the university itself now talking about academic freedom and the like. Where was this high-mindedness when Harvard was ranked dead last out of 251 colleges when it came to protecting free speech on campus? They were ranked 251st out of 251. It was actually the worst rating in the history of the survey, a rating of 0. And then where was this high-mindedness when Harvard was really the epicenter of fueling this modern resurgence of one of the world's most retrograde and ancient prejudices, this unbelievable, abhorrent resurgence in anti-Semitism and all of the associated unlawful activity that we saw on campus, the encampments, the intimidation, so that Jewish students didn't even feel safe walking to class. We had a number of them come up and talk to us in the House. And where was it, by the way, when President Gay refused to even denounce before our committee efforts calling for genocide on campus? And in fact, the university stood by her right up until she finally had to be removed for an unrelated reason, which was plagiarism. So, you know, this is all very much inconsistent with what the university has done to date.
They were sued by Asian students for using racial bias in admissions. And Harvard and the Supreme Court ruled against Harvard. That's how awful it was. They actively reduced the number and the percentage of Jewish and Asian students rather than admitting students on merit. It was based on equity, some amorphous goal of theirs. And Congressman, just can you and the Republicans get together and hit these uber wealthy hedge funds where it hurts? Harvard has a $55 billion endowment. In the first Trump tax cut bill, they laid on a 1.4% net investment income tax, a federal excise tax on these outsized endowments. $500,000 per student is the dividing line. Raise it. There are bills afoot. Raise it to, I don't know, 14%, 21%. That's something Troy Nehls introduced. Just bleed them dry.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. There is this federal funding issue, and it's pretty hypocritical for the university, Harvard or any other university, to say we can commit massive civil rights violations, we can violate the federal civil rights laws, and yet we expect to have massive amounts of federal funding in the process. I mean, you know, Harvard is saying that we do all of this important research, which is true. There is a lot of important research that's being done there, but that doesn't mean we should just ignore the massive civil rights violations and anti-Semitism that exists on that campus. Imagine if they were having Klan rallies on the campus. Would we say, well, you know, we're still going to provide federal funding because you do important research? No, of course not. We would say there is no way that any institution that allows this, that propagates it, should receive a penny of tax dollars from the federal government. And so that's what the administration is saying here, that until you make the systematic reforms that are necessary to stop this ongoing violation of civil rights and the abhorrent anti-Semitism on campus, then you are not entitled to federal funding. And here's the thing is, we have an opportunity here, because one of the things we've seen in this country is that a lot of the problems we have as a country are incubated at universities, whether it's anti-Semitism, whether it's censorship. They spread to the rest of the country. Now, this used to be a good thing when our universities were leading lights in this country, but something has gone very, very wrong in American higher education. We now have this moment of reckoning and an opportunity to bring real reform.
Congressman, I want to shift gears because you're from the state of California, and I really want to talk about this because it's been 100 days since the Los Angeles fires. And as of the end of March, only 4 permits have been issued to rebuild the Los Angeles homes. 7,000 homes damaged, only 4 permits have been offered.
All the while, your pompous pomade-loving governor, who vowed to cut red tape to rebuild, is spending his quality time podcasting. and trying to learn bro culture, as the New York Times frames it. Gav Newsom says, quote, "This is a selfish endeavor for me to understand the world I'm living in," Congressman.
Well, that's about the most honest thing Gavin Newsom has ever said, since everything he does is about naked self-promotion, selfish, and so selfish is just the right word. Whatever he does in any given moment is whatever is going to bring him the most attention. Meanwhile, we've seen our state's decline become this total free fall during the years he's been in office, and the fires in LA, this horrifying tragedy that the whole world witnessed, is just such a classic example of that, where you had years and years of absolutely catastrophic forest management policies and water policies contributed to this crisis. And now for the victims, all those people who lost their homes, adding insult to injury, the city and the state are so incompetently run that we only have 4 permits that have been issued so far. We've seen this in prior wildfires, by the way, as well. So what we need is for the state to actually get on the side of the victims and of the homeowners. One thing that I'm proposing is reining in the California Coastal Commission, which is one of the biggest problems when it comes to rebuilding. But
Absolutely.
as a final point, I'll note that on the issue of building homes, Newsom came into office pledging 2.5 million new homes in California. Barely nothing has been built since he became governor, and that's one of the reasons we have a housing crisis in the state.
Well, they want those to go to homeless people, although homelessness doesn't have anything to do with a shortage of actual housing. It's a mental illness and drug and alcohol addiction problem. But I digress, Congressman. Congressman Kevin Kiley, great to see you.